Hey, Blue Table fans! I got a bit of a treat for you today. This is some 3D printed models from a creator named Piper Makes. And she just sells the STL files. And the great thing about her work is that you get like a zillion different options, which we are going to see in about 5 seconds. Now, a friend of mine sent me these. He had printed them out and apparently didn't have much use for them, like now. And then, by the way, my wife and daughter just walked in, so you're about to really hear some kid noises. All right, so this is what's called a Triggerfish. So let me show you the body of it here. And this is an equivalent for a Tau hammerhead. That's what you could use for, or you could just use it for any old generic science fiction background. So, and the truth is, she does make lots of extra pieces that do not fit into 40K. So it really is a generic type of thing. But this is the body, and you kind of see how long it is. Now, once you add in all the jet pods and everything else, it gets really huge. So this really does have the volume and some extra of a Tau devilfish. So the version that is the hammerhead that has these types of turrets to it, it's okay, you can make noise and go on through. It's going to take me like 10 minutes. So anyway, I don't know what I was saying. So it's the two different types of turrets, and and then the devilfish, which is a transport. So she's done something unusual here. She created this this underslung like mobile bunker, and this vehicle is called a chichlid, which is a type of fish, which of course goes with the whole theme, right? So anyway, so my friend, oh gosh darn it. All right, he magnetized on these pods. I'm not going to do that. I'm literally just going to glue them on. So for the chichlid, you have these sockets on the sides, and it has these arms that come down and hold the underslung thing together. And before I show you that, so this is the mount for the turret. And it has this adaptation piece, and there's a magnet on here. And then, of course, for the devilfish, it just has a blank, like, sensor drone type of thing that looks really cool. I absolutely love it. This is a little bulky and doesn't have rules in the game for it being, like, left. So I'm not sure what to do. And the other thing is, as of now, I haven't figured out how to put a support on this, because it has an underslung gun, which actually fell off there momentarily. So anyway, yeah, and there's magnets. So let me see. Yeah, see, there you go. It stays. Let's see if I can show it to you. So anyway, so I can't figure out how to mount this on a flying stand. That's kind of an issue one. And I'd love to make house rules for this little box that detaches. So why don't I show you that? Let me just get rid of all the engines so they don't fall off. The downside of 3D print resin is that it tends to shatter like glass when you drop it. And so it's a lot harder to replace than plastic. So these arms come off, and my friend has magnetized these on. So anyway, here we go. So then this part, let me turn it over now. Let me get rid of this connector piece. So this box comes off. So now on the bottom, I'm also making this video for my son, who hopefully will be printing some of these off. So it has a connector piece. Let me just see if I can find one that's loose. Yeah, there you go. So at the bottom, this is one piece here. It has this connector piece with like this fan on it, and this sticks in here, right? And then there's a, hold on, see if I can find one loose. Well, I can't. And then there's this clamp piece, and then that hooks into or dovetails into this top part here. And there's little holes there for magnets on it. So you just put it in there. Yep, and this one's already magnetized. And so now you have this box So in the game world, supposedly it just drops off this box and the guys like run out of it. So check it out. It's got these, and again, these have all been magnetized. So it's really super cool. Yeah, it's a tough call because I want 6 of these. And frankly, I don't know. I might just skip the box and just have this hull piece, you know, and just use your imagination as to how they're stored in there. So anyway, it has this back part that opens. It has these little feet. Or actually, they're ramps. Like, I guess supposedly that opens. I don't know. And then guess what? This top magnetizes too. Pull that off. And there's a little, like, troop compartment in there. And so that's why I think these aren't doors, because it's like behind the seats, so that doesn't make sense. So they probably just all bail out on this back ramp here. So it's really cool. I'd love it. I'd love to make some simple rules where this was this was the passenger of the thing, and it had a transport capacity of 1, and then this had a transport capacity of 10 or 12 guys, and this actually literally could be disembarked by having it take off, you know, something like that. But what's likely is going to happen is I'll just have this thing on there, and I will. That's a trail. Look at you. Watch out. That's great. Oh, somebody said, oh, that is fantastic. That is really cool. All right, wife and child are going by here. They're being like super quiet. Thank you very much. Here's the thing. And the lid, so I'd love to get 6, I want to make 6 of these, basically, and have them all magnetized. That'd be amazing. I'm not sure if the magnets have holes. Drilling holes into resin is like really problematic. You know, and by the way, if I seem like I criticize anything here, it is not, because this is all flipping amazing. It's so good. And the person that sent me this stuff, thank you so much. He did it for free. He was just like, yeah, here's a bunch of stuff I'm not going to do anything with, so you can have it. That is the spirit of the wargaming community, giving me free stuff. Well, and vice versa. I'm always ready to help a fellow wargamer with bits or something else. And, you know, whatever you got to do. Yeah, it has like this roll part, which is like really cool. So I don't understand. In the game world, does it rotate or something like that? But this is where the clamps go on there. So, I don't know. Now that I'm showing you this, I think it's really, really, really super cool. And I don't know what kind of effort would need to be made to get 6 of these magnetized. And then, of course, painting them would be a Herculean task. Again, on the structure, I just want to show you this. So, and the great thing about Piper makes is that she makes a zillion optional pieces that go on this stuff. It's incredible. So basically you have a piece that looks like this, holes for magnets, right? 1/8 inches. It's in millimeters, but it equivalates. And then you just somehow, he's implanted magnets in here. So good you can't even see them. There's 2 little slots, and you just go like that, and that gives you your underslung web. Naturally, this would need to be tilted differently. That's kind of the live and learn of this particular creator. So, and here's your things, presumably to put in a flying stand, but once you get this box in there, let me show it to you from the bottom. Once you get this box in there, hold on, I can do this, guys. Oh yeah, here's the connector piece. That magnetizes. There, it's covered up the holes for the flying stand. So and there's an instruction sheet, and I didn't bother to look at it yet, so I'm sure I'll figure it out. And then from the rear, that's what that looks like. And you notice I'm holding my hand there. It's because if this falls on the ground, it's going to shatter. And that is no es bueno. So you got to be a little more gentle with your 3D printed stuff. So this is what that looks like. And you might be like, oh, Sean, are you doing metallic blue? No. That's how they came. These will be reprimed. And by the way, some people are like, oh, do I have to strip? No, you don't. Typically, as long as it's done well, you can put at least 10 layers on a model before losing any noticeable detail. All right, so there's that. And it has a ton of drones and stuff that goes on the side. Like, where is, hold on, they have gun drones on here, and I don't see them presently. How can I not see them? They were literally here. So anyway, the back turbojets have this thing, and that accepts a magnet. And then you can put a. They were here. How can I not see them? It's really, really, really weird. Well, anyway, there's gun drones that go here, and oh, that's why, because they're on these Piranhas. So these, I can't remember what they're called, but again, it's from Piper Makes, a 3D print. Here's your drones. They're magnetized on. So now in 10th edition, these are just permanent parts of the vehicle. They do not detach. So I may as well just glue those on there. So anyway, they go onto the jets like that, and they look really super cool. And in the game world, obviously, they fly off and do things. And she's made, she's made like a ton of things like missile pods, and there's different types too. I can't show them to you because some of them are in a couple of pieces. Here's a single gun. The problem is I don't know where to mount this, because a Devilfish obviously has one burst cannon, but this one here, this is a double burst cannon that goes on the bottom. But I mean, 2 is fine. There's not a problem with it, and it looks cool. But you know, I'm going to need a couple of those to make it. All right. What else? So so here's the Piranhas, and I've got 2. Like, thank you. That's really great. Oh, by the way, Sean, here's $500 of models. And it's got the generic weapon slots for Piper Makes right here. And those accept a 16th inch magnet, I think it's 2 millimeters or whatever, into the bottom of the slot. And then so you can put your fusions or your, burst cannons or whatever go in there. And then you've got the gun drones, so they go in like that and magnetize. Look how cool that looks from the side. I mean, that's just really, absolutely, oh my gosh, guys, this is outstanding stuff. This just makes me so happy. So these are ready to go, pretty much. There's a magnet here, but I'm going to ignore that and just permanently mount the flying. And that's what I do. Some people are like, oh, I need to fit them in a case or whatever. That's fine. If that's what you want to do, that's great. But I don't. I use sweater bins, and that's always worked out really well for me. Probably not on an airline flight. Well, actually, it could work. Anyway, so that's about it. In the Chichlid, the transport, got these little drones. And in the Piper Makes universe, the Tau actually are full-on drones like this. But I do not use these. I use the Games Workshop Breachers, which I absolutely love. And after seeing these are really cool, but I think they're neck and neck with just the regular Games Workshop Devilfish. And by the time you've paid somebody or taking your own effort to print them out, I'm not sure you're coming out that far ahead from a used Devilfish. You're definitely coming out ahead for a new one. I think they're like $60. I think to have somebody professionally print these would be like $20, maybe as high as $30. Of course, you could do it yourself and just lose your time and the resin, and which of course is the whole deal with whatever. And I also got sent this little baby Yoda there. Why not? Or generic space gremlin, and then whatever this is. A little chibi. I think my sons will have fun with these. And, I got another one. Another infantile space gremlin. I think he's got a snowball or something like that. Well, it's a ball of something. It's a matzo ball. And so anyway, yeah, this is all really great. I'm very impressed. It's fantastic. I'm hoping that my son can print me out another one of these boxes so I can have my 2 basic troop transports. I don't know if I'm going to do all the ridiculous effort of like magnetizing this stuff, but you know what? One of them has been done, and it is super cool to be able to open this. Oh yeah, that does come out. Open this hatch, that offloading ramp. I've seen, I can hear Starship Troopers theme song playing in my head when they all land and they come out of the boxes and stuff. That's awesome. Dun, 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 or whatever it is. All right, guys, that's all I have to say. That's all I have to show you. I thank you very much for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it. And I would ask for them likes and subscribes, but I don't know. I don't think that's my style. Okay, bye.